I figured I'd do a little update on some things I've been doing around on all the vehicles and stuff. Brand new trailer hitch on the dually. Got the lights hooked up now. Haven't had a chance to really haul anything with it yet. Improved on the bumper a little bit. Hooked it to the tree, yanked it out. Yeah, somebody was asking if I still do any scrapping. Definitely. I'll always be scrapping. And we're getting into the season where it picks up a little bit more. Price isn't bad. About 120 a ton for light, I think, the last time I was there. And the trailer works out good because I just sort of fill it up. If I can get $100 out of a load, it's not bad. Had to put some new lights on there. I also got a couple of these side toolboxes. Actually came with this truck when I bought it. And I sold one online and decided to mount this other one on here. Kind of comes in handy. You can throw some random items. Had to space it out with another plank of wood so you could open the door on it. Haven't done too much since last time on the C10. I gotta admit, it's pretty loud with the exhaust the way it is. Thinking about trying out the tailpipes. Not sure yet. But other than that, it's been running great. I get random calls sometimes to pick up broken stuff, and sometimes I can put it online and resell it, make a few bucks, rather than just scrap it. You know, sometimes I do. Somebody might need it. But thing runs great. A little rusty. The auger does not turn. Probably that gearbox in there. I don't know. Yes, the shear pins are in there, but I don't know what's going on. Don't really care. Don't really mess with the stuff too much. Oh yeah, I also got those pesky running boards off. Looks way better without them. Well, it's a sad day when the old mile marker winch that's been on my trailer for many years pulled up a lot of cars, a lot of junks. It's been abused, and it's all done. Finally burnt up. No good no more. Yeah, that was only my second winch on this trailer. The first one was a Warren winch that I completely just abused the hell out of. Came off the front of a Range Rover. It was mounted right in the bumper, and I scored it. Put it on here, and then the solenoids ended up going and stuff on that, and it was just too expensive to fix, so I just went ahead and bought at the time I spent, I think it was almost $500 for that mile marker, and at the time it was at the head of the market as far as off-road winches that could take, you know, some abuse. But I didn't like it from the day I got it because it was very slow. Not as fast as the Warn winch. It was, you know, but it did work, and you had to put, you had to have like 2 fully charged batteries on there to really make it work. So, but as I said, it did the job for many years, made me a lot of money. Doesn't owe me anything. It probably after the first year of owning it, the free spool went on it, so you couldn't pull the cable out. You had to sit there and hold the out on the remote and then keep walking back and forth, or if you're lucky enough to have somebody there that could hang on to it and pull it out, but it was always a pain in the ass. So I always kind of hated it, but it was on there and it worked. And the last car I picked up started clicking away, and then something that just totally didn't work anymore. I took it apart, and it was completely fried inside. Everything was just melted. So that was the end of that. So I'm on the lookout. That was an 8,000 pound, which was kind of overkill for really what you need to pull up a rolling car, but I wanted to be able to pull shit out of the mud and woods and everything, so. But it's no good with no winch, because not like years ago when I first started doing it, bringing them up with a come along by hand, and ended up breaking that finger. Breaking that finger. Got wound up in the come along, and didn't know it was broken. Just kind of let it heal. So now I got a crooked finger. Still kind of hurts every now and then, but what are you gonna do? So gonna have to get a winch, because gotta have something on there. You never know when you're gonna get the call. Somebody says come get something. You gotta be able to get it, make that money. So when I first bought my camper, had a small little pinhole leak in the radiator. I was actually changing the oil in it. I started it up and it squirted right at me through the grill. Well, I needed to go somewhere with it that weekend, so I ended up pouring in a tube of that sealer. Ended up sealing it up for the whole time I've owned it. At least, I don't know, it's been a couple of years now anyway. But the last couple of trips that I took with it, I noticed I pull up to the gas station, it'd be just a small puddle right underneath of it. So I didn't really want to pour any more sealer in and you know, clog everything up. So it's time to do a radiator in it. So of course you can't just order a radiator. They have so many different sizes and ones for these things. So I had to, easiest thing to do was just take it out and measure it and make sure I got the exact one. There's the old bastard right there. You can see it's not too bad. I mean, I've seen a lot worse, but most likely the original one. Some nasty shit came out of there when I drained it, but you can see, you know, some of the fins are missing, and you can see where it was leaking right in the middle. So through shopping online for one, it was only about I could get a direct replacement for about 125. But I ended up going with a fully welded aluminum racing one, because actually no, I'm wrong. The aluminum one was 125. The direct replacement was about 100. So for 25 bucks more, the radiator I got says it cools up to 500 horsepower. Now I know we're nowhere near that, the old 350, but the thing about this camper is it always ran pretty cool, but when you got going up hills and stuff, especially in the summertime, you could literally watch the temperature grow. It never like overheated, but it would get warm, and I never really liked that. As soon as you came down off the incline, it would come back down. But so I'm hoping by just spending 25 bucks more and getting the fully welded radiator that maybe it won't do that. So it's worth the shot anyway. And I think it's got one more row in it too. It's like a, believe it or not, that one, you'd think it would be big, but it's like a 2-row, and the one I got's like a 3. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm just waiting for that to be mailed to me. Man, it always seems to be windy when I come out here to make a video. This new camera I got, it's got the speaker really picks up the wind, so I apologize for that. Try to put my hand over it to block it. But so once I get that, I can slap it in, and it's almost getting time to start using this baby. I also recently scored this little 2-stroke snowblower. The thing actually works perfect. Starts like 2 pulls, but the only thing is the electric start doesn't work. But thinking about keeping it around. These things they're kind of good for what they are. Kind of better than those big ones, just for doing like walkways and stuff like that. So well, just got a call to pick up some more crap. Well, usually when somebody calls and says they have one thing, usually you get there and they say, oh, I might as well get rid of this, and I might as well get rid of that. Usually you end up getting a lot of stuff, but this is not one of those times. Just got an old shitty grill, fell apart when I was putting it in, and it doesn't even have an aluminum top, so. But you win some, you lose some. Scrapping tip 2148. Be sure to always have bungee cord when you're picking up a grill. I found put that on there to hold the cover down, so when you're hucking the thing in the back, you don't get all that crusty shit from the inside of the grill. And also, usually the insides are all rotted out and the burners and everything are ready to fall out, and you end up wearing that shit. So you just tie that with a bungee cord and everything's wonderful. And also, don't floor it when you got a big block, because all your profits go right out the window. So just when you think all you got was a shitty old grill, you never know what you're going to find when you're just cruising around. Look down the side of the road and wash machine sitting right there. You're coming with me. Always nice when that happens. So yeah, that's what's been going on, and I've been trying to get a lot of little projects done here. We've had a few nice days, a little break in the weather, but we're almost getting there. It's almost springtime, so looks like the weekend's a washout. Supposed to get a big coastal storm, something, I don't know, rain to snow, they don't know what's going on. So yeah, I apologize for the little gap in videos. I was feeling a little bit under the weather, but had to take a little trip to the docks, but everything should be fine now. So I think that's about it for the day. So as always, appreciate you watching the videos, and until next time.